watching a movie.
Hey, Mom, what time is it?
Almost 10.
10:07. Thanks.
Hey guys. Too many memes. I didn't know there was such a thing. Sorry this was a few minutes late. I was running around trying to get stuff ready, and I had to clean up a mess downstairs, and basically fate likes to keep me busy for whatever stupid reason.
Say hi, everyone.
I've never seen that Vine.
Say bye, Sissy. Just
I boop her nose, and she just goes like what is she, Yoshi or something? Sleepy. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna have a snack or anything on snacks? Are you gonna have a snack or anything like that for the first? You know how much you'll brush your teeth.
Hmm.
Did you? Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering about that. Yeah. You're sweating bullets. We were outside and doing it.
Hey, Neela. Okay, Shade. Thanks for telling us beforehand. That's nice of you. Go ahead.
All my receipts.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
That was a pretty quick session. Very good. Like, looking away. That's very good. You're gonna fall out.
Hey, Josh. Shh.
Hi, Josh. Bye, Josh.
She went and said hi to Josh. Did you wash your hair this morning? Bella?
I left inside too.
I got it since bye.
My day was busy. Mom woke me up early twice because I had to keep an eye on my sister while she went and did her test. And I made myself a chore chart, which is hanging up on the fridge over there. We went over to Steven's today, and after that, Bella, Steven, and I went to the movies. Bella and Steven saw a different movie than me, but I don't think I've ever heard of that game. But a character that's a possum, huh? That's cool. Awesome possum.
And it's on the bed.
You got an interview, huh? Well, that's great. I hope you do well.
I know it's there, Bella. The big deal file thing.
I'm just doing a reference sheet because I haven't done one in a while. Your mom got a haircut, huh? Did she cut it short or was it just a trim?
You don't want to grab it. Here. Look at this. Okay. Fix this.
Okay. Finished. Thanks. A haircut that's $7? Not likely. Everything is so expensive nowadays.
Yes.
I haven't drawn Handy in such a long time. It feels weird drawing him again. But he still looks as cute as ever. And angry. 'Cause reasons. Really? People always complimented me and said I was lucky to have thick hair. My cousin Mickey has thin hair. You know, at one point Mickey used to have really long hair.
Ooh.
Mikkel. What are you guys watching out there?
Weird.
Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, I would have guessed Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Slayer.
The one that was dressed as a woman. I know, but I'm not really sure he's scared of her.
I don't know how accurate this is, but I know in the Romeo and Juliet version of the Sherlock Holmes thing, Sherlock was a complete and utter narcissist.
That's how they portray him in this movie.
I wonder if he was that way in the books.
I don't remember. I think I read those when I was like in 4th grade or 3rd grade.
Well, if people repeatedly portray him as a narcissist, then he probably was. Just because he's a good detective, that doesn't mean that he's a sentimental, understanding human being. Hey, David. Why are you feeling sad? Tell us. A man woke up in a hospital after a serious accident. He shouted, "Doctor, doctor, I can't feel my legs." The doctor replies, "I know, I amputated your arms." That one is really funny. Oh, I'm sorry about that. David, I hope your cousin gets better.
Why is it called Sherlock Holmes?
No, it's Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes is who Sherlock Gnomes is based off of, Bella.
You stand up, we can go.
She's standing up.
Turn the light off in the kitchen.
I mean, I'm a little tired, but whatever. I went to the movies a few hours ago. I saw the Child's Play reboot. I liked it. It was good. There were parts where I was actually genuinely scared. Like, I was in the theater like, it's probably the TV out in the living room, because I'm in the kitchen and the living room is like directly out this door thing right here. But I honestly thought it was pretty interesting what they did with Chucky's character. I mean, it was different from the usual, like, it was different from the original where he was like a doll that was possessed by the soul of a voodoo serial killer. But rather an artificial intelligence program built into a doll that was tampered with. Well, the origin story of Chucky and his reasons for murder were different, but they had some pretty gory moments, and it definitely kind of left you with this, like, eerie factor. And the boys, a lot of the characters' names stayed the same, like Andy and his mom Karen and the detective Mike. It was just less of a supernatural thing and more of a technical thing. And Chucky seemed to have more power in this.
What's your name?
Let me guess. Annabelle. In this movie, his reasons for killing other people was Chucky was practically a yandere towards he was basically a yandere towards Andy, whereas, like, the reason why he was going crazy was because not just because his controls were screwed with, but also because when he saw other people hurting or being mean to Andy, that immediately translated into, these people need to go. I think it was pretty interesting how they, like, portrayed him as this just yandere instead of, I'm just evil for the sake of being evil. He doesn't really have a reason. He's just evil. But Here, there actually was a reason why he went awry. And the fact that he could store other people's voice clips in his memory and replay them over and over again was freaky.
Wait, there's too much at once. What? It's healing. What doctor over there?
That's funny. I've heard that joke before.
Oh, okay.
Andy was also definitely a little bit older in this movie. Like he was he was more like a young preteen, since like he did things like swearing and he had a phone and he was left home alone a lot more.
C'est un sujet de son frère.
So, what have you guys been up to all day? Oh, I've heard of that anime. Don't know what it's about, but I've heard of it like several times. Something I don't really understand is why they decided to reboot the first Child's Play movie, especially considering that in recent years they were still making sequels for the original source material. Line art done. I'll be right back.
Yeah. My earbuds.
For good night, Annie.
What now? It doesn't make any sense.
But I definitely recommend that you go see the new Child's Play movie because it's honestly pretty good. I like drawing Handy without his hard hat because I love doing the little hair tufts. But whatever. Okay, Sharpie. Well, that's probably for a good reason. You never know, you could get scared. I mean, I don't really get scared at horror movies a lot, but there have been a few horror movies that have managed to shake me. There we go. This one of the scariest horror movies I've ever seen was The Fly. Holy crap, that movie scared me. Stupid thing. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I'm not really talking that much. I just don't really know what to talk about. Plus, I kind of feel nervous talking up here. This is why I like to stream downstairs. But Mom told me that I had to stream up here in case she needed me for something. They're all so cute with their little heart-shaped noses. Okay. Trying to find colors. So awkward. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's orange. I was looking for this.
You're laughing in there though? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Here. Oh, need a warm up bottle.
Okay. Looks like this one's gonna be joining us.
Okay.
Did you get rid of them?
Yeah, we've done.
Your first time.
One of it stinks.
Yep. It's Adeline, my baby sister. Oh, cool. I found red. I was looking for that. And black, too. Whoopsies. Woo! Woo! Hey, Queen Number.
Come on. No, you don't have to give her this first.
Okay. My mom's just having me hold her while she gets her bottle ready. And she's going to give her some medicine.
Here.
Do not resist.
She doesn't like this stuff.
Well, I don't really blame her.
No, don't do that.
There you go.
Gosh, she's a turd.
And it runs in the family.
Yeah, it does. Little turd.
You need to take your medicine, Beba. Don't you talk back to me. Don't you talk back to me, young lady.
That was hilarious.
Beep. Beep. Boop. 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 Every time I boop her, she's always just like, or like, it's so funny. Look at her. Wee, 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 wee. All in a twinkling, spring is here. My little pony. When did all the leaves and grass appear? There were snowdrifts, now there were no drifts. I'm way too old. Winter is over for them. Boop. Oh. Boop. 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 Oh, really? Really? Are you talking? Are you talking to me? Or do you just like being on camera, huh? No, really. Don't you give me attitude, young lady. You have anything to say for yourself other than attitude?
Nope. She's tight.
I see. Don't you me, I'll you. Oh, really? Everything's going full swing. My little pony, aren't you happy it's spring? Aren't you happy it's spring? Shh. Shh. No. What's wrong? Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset? Oh, she's so mad, guys. Really? Oh, are you talking? Are you talking or are you fussing? Mama's getting your bottle. Just be patient. Ella, are you talking? She needs to be fed. Mom has her bottle ready. See, look, Mama has your food.
It's past her bedtime too.
See what happens when you're patient.
She's like, what are you even talking about?
She doesn't know patience, and she never will.
Yes, she will. Yes, shoot.
Sheesh.
Okay, cool.
Okay, now I'm gonna color this. This is what I'm working on, by the way, Queen. Yeah, I actually do it to most of the HTF children. It's kind of a thing where like almost each of them have at least a little tuft of hair when they're babies and when they're children, and most of them grow out of it, but some of them don't. Handy was one of the people who doesn't, one of the characters who doesn't grow out of it. Plus, it makes him look cuter.
Oh, man. Alright. Your apple in the door. It's not. What do I get for snacks? Why? I was a good boy.
You fell asleep.
Okay.
It's kind of like how we grow out of our baby fat and we teeth and such. It's just all part of growing up HTF.
Good guy.
I haven't used orange in such a long time.
make toast screw over the top of.
I'll go it alone. I remember I really liked doing things with Handy, like when he was a kid, because as a kid he was very sensitive. He was a very sensitive kid growing up, particularly a very angry one. I heard the toaster go off. Awesome. What song did you do? Na 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 na. If you squeeze them too hard, it will really hurt. And if like something were to squeeze tight around it like a prosthetic, it'd really hurt. It's kind of like trying to wear the wrong sized shoe because it's too small for you, and you're trying to force it on, and your feet just end up feeling numb. All right, this looks good. Oh, Circus Monster is one of my favorites. Excuse me. Thank you, Queen. There we go. He's looking great. Almost done. All right, finished. There we go. I'd say that looks like him. Thank you, David. I'm going to work on one of my projects. I'm going to work on two sides now. Well, I guess I just know you. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go downstairs and get a new light purple colored pencil. Stub my toe. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm a very open person. That's probably not the best way to be on the internet, but still, I trust you guys. All right, that's another page done. Mirror, mirror reference. Mirror, mirror reference. Sorry, I needed to make myself some chocolate milk. I didn't need to, but I just wanted to. I don't blame you. Chocolate milk is delicious. Yeah, well, as long as you don't drink too much of it, you should be okay. Oh yes, she loves Shopkins. It's one of the things she talks about a lot. My sister's really into Shopkins, LOL surprise dolls, and pretty much anything that can ooze slime or something that has glitter. She's basically a typical 7-year-old girl. Shh. Yeah, it can be relaxing, but it can also make a mess. And sometimes my sister makes a mess of it. Hey, yeah. A ray of sunshine. Yeah, sometimes I like to squeeze it as like a stress reliever, but I don't like repeatedly making slime with my sister because it's just like you already have like 80 million different slimes that you've either bought or made. You don't really need another one right now. Oh, really? How was it? Yeah, it's on Netflix, so maybe I'll take a look at it. Better go take my melatonin. Oh, Shopkins have movies? Of course they do. Just gotta milk your franchise for everything that it's worth.
Did you ever have what they call cabin fever? A little, yeah. I recorded my second record in a cabin in Eastern Washington. Okay. And like 3 months in, it got a little weird. This guy went to a flex. He said, 3 months in, it got a little bit weird. Were you there? Wait a second. I understand what it's like to go stir crazy, be in the same place for too long, like everybody in this category. Cabin fever. You cannot show my concert.
Me too, but I make do with what I have. And sometimes my Wi-Fi actually decides, hey, you know what? I'm going to be nice to her for once and actually let her do what she wants on the internet.
yourself and give one to a friend. Yeah, so that we can talk. It's the experience of a lifetime. It's Progressive. Everything you love about car insurance. The discounts, the rate comparison, and flow in the It's that first 4th of July sale. We're celebrating with our free. Enjoy free accessories like free info base, free remote plus. That's valuable for $850. Absolutely free. And on top of that, you can save up to $400 on the best prices brands store-wide. Remember, again, these incredible savings won't last long. Your budget searches for Mentos Clean Breath Mints. 30 minutes of small talk, guaranteed.
Oh, you're homeschooled, huh? I don't think I've ever met someone who was homeschooled.
There are those who stand forever ready. Ready to defend the nation.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Over here.
These squishy eyeglasses are off Spectrum. You get over $200 worth of products for only $49.99. Go to bestedbugs.com and use my code FaithPay to get $10 off your first box. It's a number. You can sell for over $200.
Well, I've been to public school, and while it has its downs, it also has its ups. The downs being you're surrounded by people who could potentially eat you alive, but the ups is you're surrounded by people who could potentially protect you from being eaten alive.
Go, Lucy, outside. Go.
Lucy, outside.
Keep going, woman. Gosh, you're such a busy dog.
I'm okay.
You can get eaten alive at any school. Private or public.
Oh no, but this person is homeschooled.
What?
This person is homeschooled.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's Lucy. Yeah, exactly. That's sounds nice.
When you meet her gonna go, Lucy.
What now?
Lucy. She was like, ooh. Like, yeah, well, she right at the door.
Aw, Mom, but that's the best place you can be, right by the dang door.
Yeah, right in the way.
Oh man, wouldn't it be nice if all schools had teachers that actually cared about bullying and didn't get paid just to give us papers and sit around drinking their coffee? They're not, you don't get,
Teachers work hard and put up with a lot of shit.
oh yeah, I know they do. But it doesn't really seem like they care about harassment.
There's teachers that care.
I know, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people know that. And that's the reason why there are a lot of fights.
What do you mean fights? At school?
Yeah, like there's
There's fights because kids are assholes.
well, that too, but it also could be because there are kids out there who truly believe that teachers do not care. I mean, I know how that feels. I mean, I've never fought anyone physically, but
But that's because kids don't care.
yeah, but like when you tell a teacher, it never seems to make things better.
If,
They just don't care, seemingly.
You can't give your kids ass whoopings anymore. Give all these little fucking brats a nice ass whooping, and I bet you millions of dollars will change their tune.
Really. I just hope college isn't like how it is in the movies.
What do you mean?
Well, I told you I don't like watching movies about teenagers being teenagers. Well, I don't like watching movies about college kids being college kids. They're loud, rude, obnoxious,
No.
self-entitled,
No.
egotistical,
Emily?
perverted, gross, and they think that they should just be able to do whatever they want just because they're not kids anymore. Basically, they're like teenagers, but older and more self-entitled. And they always portray just monstrous things going on at college.
All kids in your generation are self-entitled.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well,
It just seems like whenever I watch a movie that's set in a college setting or the
That's a
characters
movie.
are college kids,
that's a movie.
I know, but it doesn't exactly give real life college people or teenagers a good reputation. It just
It's not supposed
it just paints them as absolute monsters.
to. That's the intention, Emily.
Well, that's not a good intention. Like, how are you supposed to? We're supposed to encourage people to go to college. How can we encourage them
By
to
real
go to
life.
college?
By real life, you can't go by what you watch in the movies.
Yeah, well, then maybe movies should just be a little bit more realistic.
That's the whole point of a movie.
Yeah, but like,
No, you
it's
should
not
know.
really fair. It's not really fair for people who are easily scared and manipulated. I mean, do you really think that I would be excited for college if those movies were accurate? Like, do you really think that watching college and high school movies really makes me more excited? Do you honestly
No,
think?
that's why you don't live in the movies.
I don't live in the movies. I just assume that they're portraying the college kids
Yeah.
and teenagers by their archetypes. I just assume that they're
And
going off
assuming
of
does
real. What?
Assuming does what?
What?
Makes an ass out of you and me.
Mm,
Assume.
yeah, well, I still don't think it's very fair for movie makers.
That's why it's movie. They're not real.
Yeah, but it's still not fair. You shouldn't paint college kids and teenagers as absolute sadistic monsters. It's not going to want. It's going to plant fear in people's brains, like mine. I don't think.
I'm afraid for our future. I'm afraid for our future.
Well, I'm not like you, Mom. I might be your
I'm afraid
daughter,
for
but
our
I'm not
future.
very much like you.
You're as a generation supposed to be taking care of our country and our elderly, and that scares the shit out of me. You guys are doing Tide Pod challenges and challenges and challenges. Oh,
I hate the Tide Pod challenge. I never saw the point in it. How did that start, and who thought it was a good idea? Yes, let's eat something that we use to clean our laundry.
Well, obviously, some people thought it was a good idea because they did it. So
I can understand things like pizza and milk or pink drinks or just making all your food pink and black because that's fine. But eating something that we use to clean our laundry is gross. I was going to watch Detective Pikachu today, but when I got to the...
Did you take the last paper towel?
Oh, yeah, I did. Are there more in the closet?
Yes.
All right, I'll go get another roll. But there were no more Detective Pikachu showings today, so instead I went to the new Child's Play movie. It's cool. But Mom, why do they paint them? Why do they do that? Why do they paint them as such monsters? It's not necessary. Why do they do that?
Because entertainment.
Oh yes, watching snotty brats being snotty brats is so entertaining. Watching college kids haze someone into humiliation, watching boys be snobby, narcissistic jerks is so entertaining. I don't see how people get entertainment from watching gross people being gross.
Same reason why you get entertainment out of watching some demonic freaking teddy bears rip each other's guts out.
They don't rip each other's guts out. That stuff happens because either someone did something wrong or it was completely an accident. The only one who rips people's guts out is Flippy's alter ego.
Okay, well, so that's what I'm saying. Everybody, that's why we're all different.
Well, that's different. You're supposed to laugh at that because it's shock humor. Meanwhile, this is supposed to represent things like, oh man, we're going to represent these college kids in the worst fashion that we possibly can. There's a difference between shock humor and just
Yes,
being...
that's why the whole world is different. Okay, I thought movies like Van Wilder, I thought those were funny.
Van Wilder?
Yeah, I thought that was a funny movie.
What was it about?
College kids partying and...
I don't really see how partying is so fun. I mean, yeah, it is fun, but like if you take it too far, then it's not.
All right, that's what the movie's about. But anyway.
Okay, now I know another movie I'm going to stay away from.
It was one of Ryan Reynolds' really big movies, actually.
Yeah? And let me guess, one of the characters he plays is a total douche.
No, he's actually really funny.
Oh, okay.
Very funny.
Something else I don't get about teenagers is how they have to separate everyone by categories. Like, you're a nerd, you're a jock, you're a blah, 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 blah. I don't get why you have to separate people by labels.
That's just high school.
Well, I don't get why they have to do that, because in the end, we're all people. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how much street cred you have. At the end of the day, you're still a person just like everyone
Yeah, that's
else.
what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter once you're out of high school. None of that stuff matters. That's why whenever everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's all drama and whatever.
You can have
At the
drama.
end of the day, when it comes down to it, when you're all graduated from high school, all that shit doesn't even matter.
Exactly. I guess that's why people say high school is so forgettable, because everyone tells them that it's not going to matter in the long run.
Nope.
Well, I don't care about my reputation.
You should.
I don't. I don't care if I'm the cool kid. I'm
I'm
just
not talking
being
about
in
that. I'm
school.
not talking about that. There's all different ways you can care about your reputation.
You know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. I mean, I don't care if I have to be popular.
I know what you mean.
I don't want to try to be
Yes.
popular, because it seems to me like a teenager's definition of being popular is being a shallow, stuck-up jerk who doesn't
Yeah, see,
even
but
care.
now you are just being judgmental. 'Cause
I'm not being judgmental. I'm just calling it as I see it, because it seems to me like a teenager's definition of being the cool person is
yes, a
wearing
teenager's definition.
all the coolest clothes, or having the most money, or, being an absolute snob and a stuck-up jerk. To me, that's just what cool seems to be defined. That's
That's by that group. So
yeah, it just seems like that's what a teenager's
yeah, well, real
definition of
life isn't
cool
like
is.
that. So,
It had to come from somewhere. Stereotypes exist for a reason.
but I know what I'm saying in the real world. It's not like that. Once you're out of high school, none of that shit matters. It doesn't matter if you were a cheerleader.
No, I'm talking about in high school.
Yeah, well, you're over high school, so that doesn't even matter anymore.
Exactly. Not only narcissists aren't the only ones who want to be popular, Nemmer. I'm pretty sure everyone has wanted to be popular at one point, not just narcissists, but also people with little self-esteem and not a whole lot of confidence. They just wish they could be popular, but they don't really know how to be popular. But me, I don't care if I'm popular or not. Like, that doesn't matter. And if what I have to do to be popular is completely shut other people down because they're not cool, then forget it. Yes, exactly. Narcissists are sissies. Narcissists are basically self-entitled, self-absorbed, egotistical, unempathetic monsters. They just care about themselves way too much. Well, I'm going to end off the stream a few minutes early, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, my 25ers.